Hey guys, welcome back to Little Great Garage. This here is my 2007 Crf150r. It has been fully rebuilt. New tires, new plastics, new graphics, new bars, new levers, new grips, new carb, new basically everything except for the motor, the frame, and like the rims. But I bought this thing about a year ago, rode it twice, had some issues, and it sat ever since. I finally got it out yesterday, and I figured it would just fire right up, but it does have a lot of issues, and I haven't even gotten it to fire once, and I tried for hours changing the carburetor, trying to figure everything out, cleaning stuff. So today's episode, we're going to be tearing apart this carburetor and trying to get it fixed up, because I'm pretty sure the needle is stuck in there, which isn't letting the bowl fill with fuel, which isn't letting it fire. And I absolutely despise ethanol fuel. Yeah, it runs like normal fuel, but if it sits for like 1 month, it turns like coolant green and like gunky and like destroys your carburetor. And I've never used ethanol fuel in my life. And when I pulled the drain plug on this carb, somehow there's ethanol fuel in it. So I think our carburetor is actually just gummed up and trashed. So we're gonna have to completely pull it apart, clean everything, scrub it all down, mount it all back together. And then we should be able to take this thing for a ride if it runs. Again, I have no clue if it's going to fire up. But let's get right into taking this thing apart. I'm going to show you guys the dirt bike real fast, and then we'll get to work. So, like I was saying, here's the bike. It has brand new grips, brand new levers. It has brand new seat cover. I not accidentally, but for some reason, I put a new seat cover on a piece of ripped up foam. And it was like moldy, so that's why this is all like messed up. So I do need new seat foam, and I might get the high-rise foam, but it's like $100. So we're gonna wait on that for a little bit. This graphic design was awful. Like, it looks good, but the way it was designed was awful. This one did not fit, no matter what I did. So as you guys can see, had to just patch the awfulness right here with the Moto graphic sticker. And like I said, Monster Energy build, and it looks really nice. But it doesn't run nice. It doesn't run at all, actually. Here's the carb. This is our fuel on-off. I already pulled this fuel line, and we are getting fuel flowing out of this, which means this isn't clogged. This is our choke. I've tried to choke on and off. But I think I'm going to set a time lapse, get right to it. We're going to start tearing this thing apart, see if we can get this thing to fire up. Let's get all this stuff laid out. We'll start tearing into this thing. Well, things have escalated a little bit. All of that for this. I'm not even kidding. You have to do all of this to take this spark plug out. It literally sits way down there. I had to use duct tape and sockets and extensions and rack things and magnets and everything just to get this thing out. And I think this might be our issue. It is covered in like oil or something. It does not look good. It's straight, just black. So I'm gonna clean this up, throw this back in there, put everything back together, see if it'll start, and if not, I think our needle is sticking on our carburetor still. So I got it cleaned up really nice, actually. It's really shiny and clean. We're gonna test for spark. We're gonna set it on the head, just like that. Then I'm gonna come over here and kick it. And yep, we have spark. guys probably can't see it, but basically you're just looking for a little shoot of lightning right there, and there was, which means we do have spark, which means we have to take apart the carburetor again. And last time I had to pull the carburetor out, I had to take off the rear fender, left back fender, this right fender, the exhaust, the subframe, the airbox, the couplers right there, every single fuel line, all the vacuum lines, then take the carb out. So this is going to be a very fun little journey here. But my camera is dead that I do time lapses on. So I'll see you guys hopefully when this carburetor is rebuilt and we can try to fire this thing up. But it's probably going to be like dark. Alright, there we go. The entire subframe is out. We can get that carburetor out and properly clean it now. Alright, we're getting this thing pulled out. Well, it's a few days later. I genuinely don't think this is going to start. I was going to film riding it, but I genuinely don't think it will run. And even if it did run, it's been downpouring for the past 2 days, so it's way too wet to ride it anyways. I had troubles walking down to the barn actually without getting covered in mud. But like I said, the carburetor is just Amazon cheap garbage. So I don't think it's going to run. We'll try to fire it up real quick and I'll kind of show you guys how it runs. But basically every 150 has the same issue of a high idle, and then you tap the idle screw and it drops low and stalls. And mine does that, and it's very annoying. In fact, it idles so high, I don't even have to use throttle to let my clutch out to drive. And I know there's an idle screw, I've tried, but it idles so high, you barely touch the screw, it drops and stalls. But I'm going to try to fire this thing up real fast. We'll see if it runs, and if it does, good, but I don't think it will. Well, it did fire up, but it still runs like garbage, idles like garbage, sounds like garbage. And the OEM carburetor for this is over $1,000, and I will never in my life order that, no matter what happens. So I think we're just gonna have to keep tuning it. I think next episode we're going to adjust the valves, make sure that the air fuel mixture screw is set correctly, but I've already tried all that before. But I think that's gonna do it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys next time.